Amazing history, isn't it? I've never been to the Melbourne Cup, but what a wonderful, brilliant and completely Australian tradition it is. As a kid, we used to always stop class and watch it, and watching it at school, and we'd always have a sweep and cheer the horses along. Workplaces, of course, right across the country do the same. The day becomes a bit of revelry and chit-chat about a common interest, even if most of us only care about racing for that one day of the year. It truly is the race that stops a nation, and no other nation has this. This year, the opponents are pretty well organised. We've had animal rights activists conspiring with the ABC to run a controversial story about horse races ending up at the knackery. Obviously time for the start of the racing carnival. That's your taxes at work right there. And now there's a coordinated social media campaign under a Twitter hashtag of Nup to the Cup. I mean, these virtue signalling killjoys will attack anything that's seen as traditional or Australian. Essentially, they're like teenagers railing against anything that their parents like. They don't make a sound on the other 150 days, or what is it, 200 days of the year when there are horse race meetings somewhere around the country. Nope, they want to make a big splash on Melbourne Cup Day. Animal Liberation has tweeted, "Horses are suffering because of the races. The horses listed had blood present in their nostrils post-race in September and October. This is not natural. No animal should suffer for human entertainment. Say nup to the cup." While the Greens Senator Larissa Waters has said the Melbourne Cup is the race that stops the nation for all the wrong reasons. Every year, more and more people recognise animals never win when gambling profits are at stake. That's why I'm saying nup to the cup. This stuff is just so pathetic. These people have pets, they wear leather shoes, they eat food that either comes from animals or is grown where animals have been killed or are killed to protect the crops. They can't escape the very fact that our presence involves managing animals and doing harm to animals in some way, shape or form. You've just got to deal with these facts. Now, cruelty is never okay. Nobody supports cruelty to animals, and it should always be stamped out. But anyone who's seen anything of the racing industry knows how the people in it adore their animals and how well most of them live. Which horses do you believe are healthier, have easier lives, suffer less pain, hunger, thirst and illness? Racehorses or brumbies living wild in the mountains? These people need to get serious. If they don't like horse racing, don't go. Don't go to the pub, don't enter the sweep, don't join the fun. But perhaps just stick your nose in a chaff bag for the day and let everyone else enjoy it. Because I've got news for you. The overwhelming majority of people in this country will enjoy the day, stop for the race and pay not a single bit of attention to this nut to the cup nonsense.